Guys, what's happening, people? How are we this evening? Yo, what's happening, people? Cool, Ken. Milo, I saw that, man. That was funny. Good evening, everyone. Invest in Bitcoin now or it's too late. Oh, God. Looks like a bit of a pump, doesn't it? But we got to be mindful of a couple of things, which is why I'm doing this stream. Yeah, I'm really run down. I think I've got a flu coming. I don't know. But I am absolutely exhausted. Tried to relax this weekend. Ain't happened. So I'm like, I don't know. My body's saying to me, you need to chill. You know, but we've got the consistency. That's the thing. That's the thing about consistency. You know, it doesn't matter what's going on. You need to step up. That's the situation that we're in. You know, what's going on, Crypto Iron Wolf? What's good, bro? Yeah, well, we'll go with the latter, Vile Weasel. It's the latter. Nah, we're all good now. It's not that. I think I'm exhausted. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. Which is why I'm going to come on here. I'm just going to give you guys the levels. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and give you what you guys need to understand about what to expect coming into the weekend. All right? So without further ado, as bad as my voice sounds and sound like a frog, the energies, I'm going to do my hardest to put the energy out to you people, man. But it's a Sunday night, chilled out. Let's see what we can do. To anybody new to the channel and to all my pattern watchers, mad love and respect for passing through. Welcome to a Traders Reality Show. My name is Tino and I don't normally sound like this. So please forgive me. Let's have a conversation, guys. Okay then. So what do we know? Bitcoin has done a very good job of throwing us about all over at the weekend, but what do you expect from the weekend? Yeah? You can't expect anything else but this sort of behavior. Now, you've got to be mindful. We need to understand where we are in order to work out where we are likely to go. But in order to understand where we are likely to go, we need to know where we've been. Okay? Bitcoin makes an all-time high yet again. Another one at 69,371. So close towards the 70K mark. Great. But the market maker didn't want to put any prices any higher than that. Why? Because the problem with fast moves to the upside is it creates an influx of retail traders and orders to come in a particular point in the chart, which means that if the market maker doesn't reverse price, he will then be obliged to release the liquidity to continue price to the upside. That means the retail trader makes a profit, and he's not in the game of charity. Market maker ain't about giving you people money. The game's about taking it from him because he always has a continuous flow of it. Just remember, this is a zero-sum game. Someone has to lose in order for someone to win, which is why I say to you, always pay yourself when you have it presented to you. You never knew the trade was going to go in your favor in the first place because you're dealing with the realm of uncertainty. So why would you be in a position to question what profit you have? You're quick to make a judgment on a loss, but you're not quick to make the judgment on a win. Why are you so reluctant to win? You see, when you're looking at a profitable position, you say to yourself, but what if it goes higher? Well, the same goes for a losing trade. What if it goes lower? What if I lose more? Why do we not have that same mentality with a loss than we do with a win? We need to keep it in our minds at all times. You either cut your losses quick and you take your profits quick. Now, I'm not saying the second you realize 1 cent gain, and of course, depending on the platform that you're using, you're going to have your fees and what have you. There has to be some happy medium here, you know? Because if you've actually worked and understood where you are in the chart, you would be in a profitable position. Everybody knows the 2-hour rule. The 2-hour golden rule is if your trade hasn't made you any profit within the first hours of placing it, cut the trade. This is really for day traders. It wouldn't apply for swing traders because a swing trader is going to hold a trade for 2-3 days, maybe even a week or so. All right? Doesn't apply for swing traders. It's for day traders only. If you're going to come to the charts and trade the London Open straight through to the New York session, all right? By principle, if you've placed any trades and they haven't realized a return within 2 hours of placing the trade, cut the trade and work on a new entry. Because the idea of day trading is to continue to keep day trading, not make one position and hold it. There's no point unless it's in profit and it's moved so fast away from your entry point that you're in such a good profit, it would pay you to hold it. The 2-hour rule doesn't apply then. If it goes in profit within the first 5 minutes and it moves drastically to the upside, happy days, man. Let the trade run and just move your stop so that you can actually cover your wins and lock in profits. And then whatever happens after, it doesn't matter. You never know it's going to continue higher, but you know that if it comes back down, which is likely to come back down, you're going to take a profit and it's going to lock it in the chart. Yeah? Yeah, you'll never get out at 100%. To be fair, the only way that you can get out of a move 100% accurate is if you close it in momentum. Once you've closed into momentum, it doesn't matter what it does after that because the market will continuously move and you have to be okay with that. You have to get it in your mind that once you close a winning or profitable trade, another opportunity can present itself. Because it's the moment you decide to open the trade and then the moment you decide to close it, that's the point that you are in control of. After that, you can't control it. If it goes on to make mad gains from there, fine, don't beat yourself up about it because guess what else you can do? Open the trade again. If you have such a conviction that it's going to continue higher, place another trade. At least this time, you'll have more capital to put down. And that means you'll have to be in the trade for less amount of time. I've said it to you guys before. The art of trading is to be able to use enough money so that it can create you a substantial return within a short amount of time and not having to be in the trade long. You see, when people trade with like $100, even up to $1,000, okay, they'll hold on to trades in hope that they can actually triple X their account. Okay? Triple X the account, what am I talking about? They can 3x the account, 5x, whatever it is they need to do. Because they want to grow that $1,000 or $100 as fast as they can. But let's say you come to the charts with 100K, 20K, 50, 60, 70, whatever it is. You don't need to be in a trade for that long. You can put decent size down, even with 20,000. You can put decent size down and realize a mad return. You see, what you do need to understand is this. If the rate of return on your trade is more than what you would earn on an hourly basis in your current employment, close the trade. That's how you work out if you should take a profit or not. I've had many people come into the stream saying to me, Tina, I'm in a profitable position. I don't know when to close it. Well, if you really don't know your system and you don't know when to close your trade, you need to go back to the lab and study what system it is that you're using, which will tell you when you should exit. If you still have no understanding of your system, compare it to your hourly rate, because the average person that trades is going to be working another job as well. If you earn more in a trade than you do in your hourly basic, on your hourly wage, okay, that's when you should close your trade. Because the way I see it, even if you turn $100 into $300 and it's taking you 10 minutes, if you can earn that same amount of money working 1 hour, then you hold the trade. Because you can get best of both worlds. Then, there's no disparity between the two. But if you can earn $300 in 10 minutes, why would you think about holding on to it even more? Why would you think of holding on to that trade at the prospect of losing that $300? Because then if your hourly rate is $8, $9, okay, how many hours do you need to work? And it's not how many hours you need to work. What work do you need to do to get that $300? See, the thing that people make the mistake of in trading is they don't think of their effort behind the work that they need to put in order to bring in the monthly salary or put in the commitment with trading. People don't think of their efforts. Reward your efforts, guys. Okay? Don't aim for the balance. Reward your efforts. If you've come to this game and you're pulling profit from it, pay yourself. That's the basis of it all. You know? That's the basis of it all. 12, listen, I'm good, man. I'm just run down. That's all. You know? I'm just run down. So, okay, so it seems like... Okay, we got some new love in the stream, guys. Welcome all the new people that have passed through to the stream. Welcome to everyone. Mad love and respect. Be sure to like and subscribe and get into the description of the video, because everything that we talk about, any links that you need to all the socials and what have you, they're all in there. Go show some love in that area, guys. Okay? So let's get down to some price action, because I'm going to love you and leave you, because I'm keeping this stream short and sweet so I can get myself some sleep, because it's going to be a busy week. It's going to be a very busy week for us, guys, because they're doing something. Something's happening in the charts. Now, just for the record, how many of you people are on this stream right now on your mobile phones? If you are on your mobiles, can you please type 1 if you can see the actual price of Bitcoin clearly? I need to know. I need to know if you guys can hear it, see it. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. What's good, Soul Cow? Forgive me if I haven't addressed you all this evening. Forgive me. Okay. Pucker job. All right, sweet. So you can see it. Okay, then. So, bright as day. Always come to the 1 hour time frame to establish the cycle on the 1 hour time frame. Okay? Now, listen to this. Let's have a look at what Bitcoin's done on the daily. To be fair with you, ladies and gentlemen, there's something fishy happening in the charts, but we know what this is. This is the first red vector candle that has appeared since Bitcoin has made the move from the downside to make the new all-time high. Look at the last cycle that they made to the upside. So the W formation that appeared here, price moved up and formed rise level 1. We've got vector candles 1, 2, and 3. Market maker behavior. They work in threes. We know that price is going to come back to this point at some stage in the charts because it's an imbalance in price, because so many orders were exchanged at this point. The market maker needed to attack the liquidation points for the previous longs because those retail traders don't pay themselves. Okay, at the same token, limit buys are being achieved, limit sells are being hit. All the chaos of what's going on in this candlestick is demonstrating the market maker is favoring more longs to the downside, but he has to encourage traders to go short because that's what this game is about. See, we use Fibonacci's, we use stochastics, MACDs, the hybrid system, Elliott wave, the Wyckoff theory, and all of the mad indicators that are out there. Market maker uses for fear and greed. Those are the two indicators that he uses, okay? He installs the greed in people's minds by making price rising and rising and rising. He keeps moving it higher and higher and higher. Traders are getting greedy and greedy and greedy. That's one indication that the market maker is preparing to do people over, okay? What does a bear do before it attacks? What does a bear do before it attacks? It rises before it attacks, yeah? A bear stands up and then it drops. That's what happens here. And what does a bull do before it attacks? It crowds down and it caves into its neck. It holds itself down. It drops low, zones in on what he's going to attack, and then it rises up. Okay? That's what's happening in the charts. Market makers installing fear and greed. That's all they use. Kendall. Tino the Frog. Mad love and respect for you, man. Mad love and respect. Okay, so you get the idea of that. That's the only time that I will mention the bull and a bear. Okay? When people see this as bullish, it makes me laugh. Because a bull doesn't stand up before he attacks. Okay? Nah, he doesn't stand up. He's not already stood up before he attacks. He crowds himself down. What does a cat do? What does a lion do? What does Mother Nature in all animals? The killer instinct of an animal is what? Minus the bear. Okay? Because the bear intimidates by standing up. Because it's already on his fours. And he's not that intimidating. If anything, he looks cute when he's on his fours. Okay? But the bull, he drops down. And then he moves, which is why you see the bear rises before it falls. And then he rises again before he falls. Okay? As long as you keep that analogy in your mind, you'll understand where you are in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. So, this was the second time in this move to the upside that Bitcoin actually pulled back down. So we've got red vector candles. We know they're building something. Then on the way back up here, when a coin is making all-time highs, you have nothing to go by on the left side of the chart. So it's in pure price discovery. It's looking for new ways to induce and preparing people for a reversal, okay? Bitcoin has blessed us with this one red vector candle in the chart. As you can see, this is the zone right here. Now we know at some point they're going to want to try and recover back to this coin. I mean, this area in the chart. More importantly, are they going to do it from this point or are they going to wait for price to drop down lower? That's what's important. We're trying to establish now off the daily, based on the way they work in price, up and down, up and down. What is it that you can see? Spike 1, 2, 3, 4. But you've also got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there seems to be an even disparity between what the market maker's trying to do. Is he trying to work the highs or the lows? But does this mean that they are actually holding Bitcoin in order to move the altcoins? Let's have a look at what's going on across the board. Let's have a look right here. On the watch list itself, the main watch list for the channel, okay, you can see that we have got not many altcoins actually holding it down, okay? You've got a lot of older coins, well, Litecoin, Bitcoin's up there, BNB's doing okay, Ravencoin's popped its head up, Alice seems to have shown an appearance to the upside, and XRP. Other than that, it's pretty boring across the board. Looking at the altcoin bosses playlist, again, madness. The only winner there is RND, 20%, and Loopring's actually made a return back up. Win has done very well, and Crow's moved up to 43. Look at that. So they could be holding Bitcoin in order to move the alts yet again. Yeah? That's what could be happening, ladies and gentlemen. You can see they've actually, I thought they were going to do this and then move higher. Well, they've just done it sooner. But we understood the cycle. Okay? It's always going to be a slow day at the weekend. What tools do the actual market makers use? Do they see the charts the same way as we do? No, they don't. The charts that you see in front of you right now, ladies and gentlemen, are the result of what the market maker does. Okay? They look at other things. They look at order flow. Okay? They look at where money's coming in. Here's an example. This is an example of what they use, a similarity to what they use. They sometimes use line charts, but the market maker is predominantly all about order flow because he needs to lure the liquidity from one point to the next. You know? He needs to move it. So watch this. Wait for this to load. Okay, then. So what we've got here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Bookmap. All right? The Bookmap itself is going to actually help you understand the flow of money. This is Bitcoin, okay, on 5 exchanges. So these are all the orders that are coming into Bitcoin on 5 platforms. That would be Bitstamp, Binance, FTX, GDAX, and Kraken, okay? If I bring it down just a little bit closer here, I'm going to have a clearer view of where the orders are currently sat in Bitcoin that are actually a bit of interest for us. Okay? So let me just move this across here. Okay, then. I want to ask the downvoters, why do you down? Don't worry about those people, man. It's all good, man. Don't worry about the people that don't like it. Don't worry about it. The people that do like it, that's what it's all about. I'm all about the mad love, not the vexed people. Don't need to worry about them people, but thank you very much for showing love, bro. Okay, then. How is the market maker dropping the price so much? Who is matching his sell orders? Pavel, the market maker creates the liquidity because the basis of the business itself is designed for people to come to a chart with an order. They use Binance, they use all these other platforms to bring money to the market maker because he's the liquidity provider. I'll say it again. If you want to know how it works, go and research how to set your own exchange up, okay? And they will tell you, once you've got your staff or once you've got your marketing and you've actually got a programmer to help you build a platform, you now need a liquidity provider to create a continuous flow of orders being fulfilled by your clients, okay? What's the point in starting an exchange? And if you're having to use your own money to feed their trades, that means you know your max paying customer. What if he decides your max paying customer's got 90 million? What if you don't have that cash flow? What if you actually sell when he buys and you take 90 million out of your cash flow? What if you don't have enough money to support that? That's where a liquidity provider comes in. They just provide the liquidity because they profit from the transaction that you make when you buy and sell. And they also profit by giving their own money and setting up contracts against your trades because you can only buy when someone sells and you can only sell when someone buys. That's the basis of how this business works. It's nothing to do with supply and demand. There is only one supply, and it comes from the liquidity provider. He supplies everything. There is no such thing as price coming to the upside and pulling back because there's no demand and there's too much of a supply. That is madness, okay? Because if you understand how the market maker operates, if he's been going short from the highest possible point when he's inducing traders to go long, because everyone's a moon boy, everyone's hyped up that a coin is making mad gains and it's going to go to the moon and happy days, everybody. We're loving life because Crow's actually smashing it. Well, their mentality is, I don't want to sell it. I'm a moon boy. Because the idea of supply and demand based on the retail trader that says that there's no demand up here, that's why price pulls back. You're saying to me that the moon boy has got rational thinking and he's deciding to take a profit because he's happy with his mooned out coin. What is the moon? What price is the moon? If people are saying Bitcoin's going to go to the moon, what price is that? It's no price. It's just greed. The moon boy has no conception of price. He just wants to see a candlestick continuously rising. And then he won't even be that satisfied. Bitcoin would have to go to $300,000-$400,000 a coin for a moon boy to be truly satisfied. And that moon boy would have had to have brought Bitcoin at 9K. for a true acceptance of it being a mooned out coin, which is why people get caught out when the coins are mooning out. And those people that are smart enough to pay themselves when a coin is rising, that's why you guys are still in the game of trading, because you pay yourselves. You know? How do they suppress price like XRP? Remember, XRP will only move based on the market maker fulfilling people's orders, okay? Remember, if in order for them to actually break down orders to make it look like that they're taking orders and keeping price contained in a zone, they take people's orders and they break them up. The algorithm breaks it up into thousands of trades and puts it all together to make up one massive trade. It's called lot sizes, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works. That's how the order book, that's the order and the auction of the order book. It takes many orders. If you look at this, okay? This is the current order book for Bitcoin. You can see there's different values, okay? 87.29, 48.3, 41.29, 85.3. These are all made up of trades, okay? This is where the bid and the ask is currently present at, and this is Bitcoin on the 1 hour candle, all right? I use this Bookmap to help me understand where there are orders currently sat in the charts, okay? So I zoom straight out to understand where price is at. And this is zooming straight out. 70K has the most liquidity there, but also 60,000 does as well. Now, there seems to be a block up here, okay, where there is a lot of limit sells hitting this zone. The Bookmap itself is showing that the actual book imbalance is favoring limit sells, okay? You can see that the red is taking more of the green to the left side. So that tells me that the limit sells are going to get hit. So price is likely to go a bit higher to hit those limit sells. Okay. But then once it hits those limit sells, they may spike up, hit the liquidation points of the limit sells, and then drop price down lower and do exactly the same again to the limit buys. That's the nature of this game. All right. Are we cool with that, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we at here? Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum on the higher time frame. Got a lot of drawings on here with Ethereum. Lots of drawings. Just get rid of those. Okay then, let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame of Ethereum. I'm going to give you the psychological levels as well, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'll end the night right there for you. Just keeping it short and sweet. Think it's funny that it can boost to 10 trillion total market cap in 1 to 2 months. It's already 7 trillion. Yeah. Do you know something? I've said it before. Market cap with cryptocurrency is, if people are saying that it can't go to 10 trillion or it can't go to 6 or 7 trillion, well, look at how many times people said crypto can't. It's not going to change. People will always say crypto can't. Those who are mathematically inclined will say that a coin can't achieve X amount unless this amount of money comes in. So you're saying that there is a supply of cash. Look how much Tether they're printing. Look how many US dollars they're printing. There is never, there's never going to be a lack of something that can be printed. It's done. That's the minting process, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it is. Yeah. 18 million Bitcoin means nothing. It does mean nothing. You're dealing with a $2.9 trillion market. $18 million Bitcoin doesn't mean much. Let's be honest. All right? Look at how many orders are coming in. Over what frame, time frame? Like, are you considering it? You know? So, here we go. Check this out. This is Ethereum now. Ethereum seems to have actually formed a big W formation, but the problem that I've got with this is the W formation is appearing at the highs. Don't like that. And it's in a continuation to the downside. It looks like a fake move. The only time I'll accept that this is going to work out is if Ethereum breaks above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour and the 5 and the 13 EMA expand out. Something like this. You can see it right here. You want the price to break above the 50 EMA and the 5 and 13 EMA to expand out, and then momentum is favoring higher prices. That's what you're looking for. Okay? Don't get caught out in these little circumstances right here when price tries to break out the 50 EMA. Don't be the retail trader that tries to make the bet on the assumption that he thinks it's actually going to follow through. Nah. That's why he's a retail trader. That's why he's forever depositing. That's why he's part of the 95% that loses. That's why he pays traders like the pattern watchers. Because when the retail trader loses, the pattern watchers win. We ride the coattails of the market makers, to put it into perspective. When they move, we move. Okay? Wait for reasons. The only thing that the market maker can't hide is his momentum. Okay? When we see his momentum in the chart, works out in two ways. It can either be a trap to set up price in the opposite direction, or it can be a shifting out of the zone, and then it takes that same direction as well. Yeah? So, I'm going to give you the psychological levels for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here we go. So, this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have got pretty tight psychological levels in Bitcoin. Okay? So, we've got the psychological high. Get this down. For anybody new to the stream, the psychological levels are the market makers setting the spread at the start of every new trading week. Okay? Now, the start of every new trading week normally starts on a Saturday. Okay? Based on this platform, it's on about 4:05 on a Saturday. Okay? Now, it's the first high and the first low. If you watch last week's stream on Sunday, I go into this in detail. Please go and watch last week's stream on the Sunday, which would be the 7th. Go and watch it. It was actually a video, I think. Go and watch it on the 7th. And I explain the psychological high and low and the importance of it. And then look at what price did from that stream. Have a look at what Bitcoin did from that date of the 7th. And you'll understand what I'm talking about with these psychological levels. Okay? So, psychological high, 65,323. That's Bitcoin psychological high. Get a line. If you don't have this platform on MT4, go into the description of the video. It's there. You can download it free of charge and get to the Discord. Make sure you go through the server rules and react to the messages so that it can activate the channels and you can download everything. Okay, we've got a Traders Reality wiki as well. So everything that you need is in there as well. So that's in the description of this video. Okay, but if you can't get access to MT4, go onto TradingView, get a trend line and draw it across the chart and mark it off at 65,323 and leave it there for the whole week. Do exactly the same again for the psychological low. Get a trend line, 64,116 across the chart and leave it there. Okay? Do the same for Ethereum. All right? Ethereum psychological high and low is... The high is 4,694. Get a trend line, chuck it across for Ethereum, leave it there. And the psychological low is 4,620. Trend line, chuck it across, leave it there. All right? We've got XRP as well. XRP psychological high and low, very tight range. You've got the psychological low is $1.17. That's the psychological low for XRP. And the psychological high for XRP is $1.19. Okay? Get trend lines, draw them across. And for all my BNB gang, okay, I can even give you other coins as well, but I'll just stick with BNB. BNB psychological high and low. Again, BNB has gapped up. BNB has gapped up. Be careful because they may be looking to fill this gap. Because if you look back last Sunday, look at the gap that they filled last Sunday. There's the gap. We said we were waiting for them to fill the gap and they filled the gap. Okay? So just be mindful of that. We've got another gap. BNB is likely to refill this gap. Okay? So just be mindful of BNB. Okay? Now, BNB psychological high and low is very short. Can't really see it on the chart, but I'll adjust it. Psychological high is $651. And the psychological low is... Oh, God. Psychological low. Oh, the psychological low is all the way down here at $615. Now, when you've got a psychological high and low so wide in the chart, be careful. It means the market makers literally throwing the range about. Their spread is so wide for this coin, okay? They've got so much ground for them to manipulate the range. So just proceed with caution, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Right, listen. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you, okay? To anybody new to the stream, be sure to subscribe and do that mad thing that they do with liking. Tick that bell to get notified because YouTube doesn't let you know that I stream. I stream twice a day. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We do the New York session, and then I finalize it at the end of the evening at about 9, 10 o'clock GMT UK time, okay? And then we've got the Sunday streams. I literally try and walk you guys through the sessions. Okay? Make sure you head over to the Discord as well, because that's where the community is at. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for passing through. Mad love and respect to all of you who have subscribed. Mad respect to all of you. All to the members. All to the Patreons as well. We've got a Patreon going. Patreon dives into the deeper aspect of the hybrid system. Okay? But more importantly, the whole community itself, all right? It's made of you people, all right? So mad respect to all of you. Have a wonderful evening, and forgive me for it being so short tonight, all right? Take care of yourselves, guys. Look after yourselves. Peace.